Yo, Joe, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK, and I am up a ladder. Stay tuned, we got loads of G.I. Joe to go through. Yes, hi there and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK, and as you'll notice, I have got down off the ladder. Loads of G.I. Joes to come in this video, so before we get into it, if you could hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And once you've subscribed, why not join the channel membership? We've got hashtag flip open the flap, or we've got hashtag the wedding fund, so help support the channel if you can. Now, if you've seen the previous G.I. Joe video on the channel, you would have noticed I received a nice pile of action figures courtesy of Hasbro UK for purposes of adding to the toy collection. So this is kind of part two as we get those figures open and add them into the toy collection. But as you can see here, my pile, it's grown because I've also bought myself some G.I. Joes since the previous video. So in today's video, we're going to get these figures unboxed into the collection. We're also going to move the Dragonfly. Again, cheap plug if you haven't seen a Dragonfly unboxing. That is available on the channel. And then we will take a full look at all of the G.I. Joe collection, which takes up the entire wall of the toy room. So lots to get covered today, but you will notice there are no retro cards here in my pile. So let me go show you what I've done with them.
Yo Joe!
Thank you, Cheeky Monkey. She does love a good Yo Joe. So we are now in the office here. So we're in the Jay's Toy Collection office, which we do for the live streams, which at some point will be coming back to the channel. But as you can see, I've decided to put the retro cards on the wall. So we've got a bit of a retro wall here. So we've got one of every different Marvel card going on. And now I've managed to add to the Star Wars cards there some G.I. Joe ones. So Hasbro were kind enough to send me the Snow Serpent over, the Cobra Eel and Beachhead. And since then I have purchased a new VAC Metal Cobra Commander. So that thing is very shiny. So I've decided not to open that. And that is going on the mint on card wall. So we've now got G.I. Joe representation in the office. So now let's head back to the toy room, have a look at that pile of figures and get them unboxed. Right then, we're going to rapid fire through the little pile of figures we'll be adding to the collection today. Cheeky Monkey has joined us for this segment. Say hello, dear.
Hello, dear.
What have you got in your pile? We've got a Cobra Ferret. How quick can we be then? We've got Torch from the Dreadnoks. We've got Doc. She's throwing them everywhere. We've got a 2-pack of Roadblock and Tripwire. We've got Norgahide, and of course he comes with a Warthog there. We've got the pilot of the Dragonfly, it's Wild Bill. We've got Storm Shadow, it's version 2, all the way from MCM. We've got the exclusive, it's Starduster, and the final figure. Shout our good friend to bring toys to work, because here we have Nemesis, Immortal. Right, Cheeky Monkey has decided to get very artistic and has made a pile of figures here.
Do you like my pile?
It's absolutely fantastic. So as you see there, from the previous video, the top row supplied via Hasbro to add to the collection. And I've been all sorts of shopping on the bottom there. We got Wild Bill, as we said, from the Dragonfly, been to MCM, and got Storm Shadow as well. So all these figures will be joining the collection in the next segment. But as a reward for this artistic pile, Cheeky Monkey is going to do the hashtag flip open the flap. So she's picked Torch there.
I'll do the honours, dear.
Yeah, are you ready? So we'll be ready. 3, 2, 1, hashtag flip open the flap. Oh dear, she's not quite experienced, are you, dear? There with the hashtag flip open the flap. It's open. We're in, so we might go to we might try a time lapse now, shall we? And get all these figures open. So here we are then in the time lapse segment of the video. I've got 1 minute of time lapse coming up, which I think was about 20 minutes worth of footage of me actually unboxing these figures. So do let me know, is time-lapse something you would like to see more of on the channel as I try to unbox figures, because it did take me absolutely ages to get through these figures. So Torch is out of his box already, and I start working on Doc. I think it was like something like a 10 times speed or something I was recording at here to try and get through all these unboxing of the figures. So Doc's coming out, he comes with his stretcher and everything, as you see there. And I'm on to Norgahide, Pork Belly, and Yobo themselves. So it's pretty cool to have a Warthog coming in to the collection. So as you see, I struggle with plastic. Action figure unboxing, much more difficult than I apparently realised. I discovered doing this time-lapse segment of the video. But he is nearly out, and we'll head back to the video. Right, after a whole 1 minute time-lapse there, that is as far as I've got so far. So we've got Norgahide, we've got Torch, and we've got Doc unboxed, and a load of accessories as ever with G.I. Joe Classified. So I will get the rest done off camera, and then we'll take a look at all the figures. Well, that took me far too long to unbox all the figures, but they are unboxed and ready to add to the collections. We'll just take a closer look then. So we've got the Cobra Ferret and the driver there, all put together by my fair hands. Wasn't too bad. Just had to attach the tyres and some of the accessories. That went quite nicely. We've got Doc ready. He's got his stretcher. I decided not to put his hat on. I think, well, he can hold his hat. I like more of the glasses look on its own. We've got Norgahide there and his Warthog, and of course his monkey there. And we've got Tripwire and McLeod in their Tiger Force outfit there. We've got Storm Shadow version 2. I do like the crazy patterns on him. Roadblock has got a very fancy helmet indeed. Starduster has his jetpack, so he's ready to fly. He does come with a random box of cereal, which is kind of cool to get out the packaging. We've got Wild Bill ready to get in the Dragonfly. So that's going to be fun in the next segment, trying to get that thing down. Then we've got Torch there, who just come with all sorts of different blast effects. And Nemesis Immortal himself, who is a very, very big figure indeed. So the figures are ready for the collection. Part 1 of the video is complete. We've got the figures unboxed, and now I am up the ladder for part 2, placing the figures in the collection, and part 3, the full collection tour. So we're going to start with Nemesis Immortal here. And as you will notice, I've attached a bit of bendy wire to the back of the figure because he is going to have a dangle. So top tips for collectors who have displays that are far too deep: get yourself a nice grabber. Because what I'm going to have to do, cheeky monkeys on the camera, is I've got a screw right back there on the wall where I'm going to hang Nemesis Immortal. I've saved a place for him, but now, because I can't reach, I'm up a ladder. I'm going to try and attach the figure to my grabber, and we'll see if we can get this figure in the collection. So wish me luck, he's going in there. So Nemesis Immortal on his final journey to the top of the toy collection. Now if I drop this, it's going to be a right pain. Can I get the... Oh, I've missed the screw. Can I get enough angle? Yes, I think I can. Now can I get the grabber out? There we go. Try a bit of posing. That's probably the best we're going to do. So Nemesis Immortal, the first figure, is in the collection. We'll move on to the rest. Right, Wild Bill is now in the Dragonfly, so I'm going to try and place it where it actually is supposed to live in the collection, which is at the back. So wish me luck as I attempt to climb the ladder with a Dragonfly in my hand. If you've seen the unboxing, I've already tried this once on the channel, so I'm pushing my luck, trying it twice. Oh my goodness. Can I get it to where it needs to go? I've tried to move some figures so it can get to the back. So hopefully the light's swinging in my face. I can get this where I need to go. My God, this is awkward. It's a lovely piece, but my goodness, is this big. So I've reserved a space at the back, and that means I've got some lights in the way here. So trying to move those. Oh, something's fallen. Something's gone down. I think we've taken the gun off the bottom of the trouble bubble. Right, so this is going to go there. So I'm going to create an angle. Angle it goes. How far can we push this? Let's get you out the way there. Let's have a look. Right, I want to try and get this down on the back shelf if I can. So we're going to try and bridge the gap. Take the weight of the Dragonfly. Try not to snap the stand. Oh, this is awkward. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Is it going to fit? Oh, it's going to fit by absolute millimetres. Absolute millimetres where it needs to go. But it's in. Good times. It's time for part 3 then, the main event of the video, the full G.I. Joe collection tour. So all the new figures are added in. So you'll have to try and spot them as we go. And you should see the first one though, because there is Norgahide and all his animal friends. I've now got a Warthog in the front row of the G.I. Joe collection. So we have been hashtag laying some turf. If you haven't noticed, we do have some grass at the top of the G.I. Joe display, and we come into the very corner there, bordered by He-Man, but at the very top you will see, if I can go on tippy toes to get up there, you will see Serpentor on his air chariot, and there is a version of Destro jumping across the wall. We come down to Copperhead. We've got the Bat, we've got the Vamp vehicle in the corner just there. We've got Shockwave with his sort of shield. At the back, it's Sergeant Slaughter on the wall. Kamakura's there. We've got your boxing figure there, of course. The one that was meant to go with Rocky Balboa. So it's a big boa, I do believe, there. We've got like the zombie, I forget what the, is it Night Creeper or something? The zombie sort of figure there. I do like that one. But then we have the Dreadnoks then. So I do apologise if we get some glare off the lighting, but it is kind of hard to film this. But we have the Dreadnoks front and centre. So there, his Torch again. So Torch has just been added to the collection with Ripper and Buzzer and Zartan. And on the very top, if I go up there, there is Dr. Mindbender on the wall. So he's sort of he's on a Marvel Select base, I think it is. I think it's from Bucky is what that initially came from. You want to see a new figure? We're going to see one there because there is Doc, the medic, and his stretcher. He has joined the collection. He has gone front row next to a Brachiosaurus that is sticking out from the shelf below from the Jurassic Park 3 3/4 inch collection. So at the top we've got Roadblock, I think sort of the heavy armoured version of Roadblock, and a retro version of Gung Ho. We've got the Trouble Bubble at the top, and then like the sort of Steel Corps, Steel Brigade flying on the wall. So that's sort of the first section of the G.I. Joes. Let me take a step back and we'll show you the second part. So a new item there added is sort of like the creature attachment, the spore that was attached with Nemesis Immortal. We've got the Jason Voorhees of G.I. Joe, as I like to call him there. And we've got some of the Marvel Legends and DC Multiverse bases being utilised as well in the collection. So Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow at the front there with General Hawk. So they're at the front of the collection. And you actually see the depth I've got in the collection. So this is IKEA Kallax units, but there's two stacked in front of each other, so you get double deep. So if I come around the corner, you'll see the single depth, and then you will see the double depth that I've got for these two front units, which has then enabled me to put the Dragonfly at the actual back of the display that you saw earlier in the video as I was up the top of the ladder. So we get some real depth within the G.I. Joe collection itself. And there is the Cobra Ferret and the driver on the quad bike that's just behind. So you get a sort of different display from all angles as you walk around the toy room for the G.I. Joe. So we can see where we started. It's Serpentor in the corner. So this whole entire back wall is G.I. Joe. Underneath is all wrestling pretty much on this wall. So a couple of themes that take up one entire side of the toy room. You can see if you look in the back there, you will see some of the Arctic figures there having a snow job at the back of the collection. Then we come around here to Mutton Junkyard. We've got the retro carded version there as well. And then we have Storm Shadow version 2. So he has made the front, and you will see, look at the back of that image, there is Nemesis Immortal at the top of the collection there, right at the back, next to the sort of Python Patrol version of the Trouble Bubble. And we're going to start walking around. We can see again the depth I've now managed to get in the G.I. Joe collection. This is the first time I've actually displayed it all across one long length rather than just going down between the shelves. But I do like the colours you get here with the Python Patrol and the Tiger Force. So they've got a front row space. You will see there Roadblock in the background. He's made it there. And there's Tripwire and McCloud at the front of the collection for the very colourful section that is the Tiger Force and the Python Patrol. We come around the corner there. You'll get another angle. As I say, as you walk around the toy room, you get sort of different angles of the G.I. Joe. So I do enjoy this line. Hopefully plenty more to come in 2025 from Hasbro in this line. I like the deeper they go into the Joe Law. There's plenty of space to fill. Of course, we've had the Haslab for the Rattler, so that hopefully with a double deep, and we've got sort of 22 inches of height, should be hopefully no problem just to slot into the display. So excuse the light that's attached to the ceiling there. But we come to the final section, and we will see the previous Haslab. So there is the Hiss Tank with Cobra Commander. That is the version. Yes, I did open the retro carded version that came with the Hiss Tank. I am crazy like that. So and again, you've got some depth there. And at the very top there is Stardust, and then he's made the actual wall on a screw at the back. And then Destro, you can see behind Cobra Commander. So you can get the retro carded Duke and Scarlet at the front into the Hiss Tank. So if I step right back, we'll go for one final plan across the whole wall then. So that is the G.I. Joe collection. Do let me know in the comments below. Are you into the G.I. Joe line? What are you collecting? And how do you display yours then. So that is my display for G.I. Joe Classified as we go in to 2025. So there's a few more figures I will have to unbox between now and then. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Yo, Joe!